If you've been struggling with the run game or any aspect of offensive line play in EA Sports College Football 25, just know that you're not alone. But I'm about to give you a tip that since I've been applying it to my own games at the Heisman difficulty, my run game has drastically improved to where it was on the first day of me playing this game. So this tip is courtesy of member of this channel, Tyler Gutwein, who in real life is an offensive line coach at the high school level. Now, I didn't know that this was possible in this game. Apparently, it started with Madden 24 and then was carried over into the new game, and that is that you can manually ID the mic. That's the tip, manually IDing the mic or checking to make sure that the mic is correctly identified, and you're going to be able to have the best offensive line play possible in College Football 25. So I'm going to use some footage of me playing this game on stream, and we're going to start off here with my Jacksonville State Dynasty. I'm the offensive coordinator. We're at home against New Mexico State. And to activate identifying the mic, you're going to hold down the LB button on your Xbox controller or L1 on your PS5 controller. It's going to bring up this pass protection right here, and you can see ID the mic. You got to make sure that you're holding that LB or L1 down, so that brings up this menu. And then while you're holding it down, you're going to press ID the mic. Let me go forward a little bit for you. And once you do that, this is the screen that's going to pop up. You can ID the mic. What does that mean? You can use the left stick to identify whoever you want to be the mic. So I can identify right here as the mic. I can identify this defender as the mic. I can identify that defender as the mic. I can identify that defender as the mic. The mic being identified, what it does is, in the simplest terms, is identifying the mic is basically telling the blockers on offense how their blocking assignments are going to go. It's basically telling them, hey, this is how your double teams are going to work. This is how your solo block's going to work. Whether you have a double team, things like that. Who are you going to slide to in pass protection? It doesn't matter if the defender isn't the mic, as the way that the defense will identify who their mic players are. So it could be a strong safety. It can be a nickel that's walked up in the box. You're just identifying the mic so that the offense knows, hey, all the blockers, this is how your blocking assignments are going to go. Generally speaking, when you're identifying the mic, though, you're really wanting to make it so that, well, identifying the mic, I would identify him as the mic because I want to have my center working on inside zone to the right. I want my center to be working up towards that direction. I want my offensive line to be working to the right, and then backside knows that they're supposed to have a combo. Unfortunately, in this game, because of the way that it's coded, because you might throw a backside RPO and another version of this play, that's not what's going to happen. How I would normally block it, we would have this defender right here. He would have to hold because he's got to respect the running of the quarterback, even though it's not a read play. But that's how you're working it. And so what we're going to have here, and I'm going to run the play. So you can see, I'm just going to leave the mic the same. Now the CPU, initially I did identify this guy as the mic. I didn't move him at all. I just was making sure that the mic is the mic. So that tells you can see 11 pointing. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run. We get a nice block by our right guard. He kicks out, and then we're just going to press and then get vertical. Thanks to the backside backer taking a bad angle as well as the safety. Let me go ahead here and go back so that you guys can see it again. Right here, we've identified the mic. The mic right here, that's who we're keeping as the mic instead of right here. We don't want to do that. We want right, and we're going inside zone right. So we want to make sure that we're getting blocks to the right. And sometimes you might see your blockers go directions that you don't want. Now, this is the way the game does it. What I would prefer, again, is climb to this level and then just leave this defender reading, and then you've got the box taken care of. But that's not how it's coded. But you can see, again, we're going to run it, immediately go, bang. We get a nice block, and then we're going to press vertical, bad angle, and it's going to lead to a touchdown. So here's the next clip of gameplay that I want to go ahead and show you. You can see right here, I'm Oregon on the road at Utah. We're down 7-0 on Heisman difficulty. The stadium pulse is starting to get going a little bit. And you can see that the CPU has identified the defender over my slot receiver as the mic. Does me no good. Remember, the purpose of identifying the mic is to help the blockers know how their blocking assignments are going to go. And having the mic be a defender over a slot receiver way out there does me no good. So I am going to manually move the mic over here to this defender that's right over to my center's right. Again, remember, identifying the mic doesn't mean that it has to be a linebacker that in the defensive scheme is necessarily the mic. It's just who you're identifying to help your blockers know their assignments. Generally speaking, like I said, it's basically the direction that you want your center on their blocking to go towards, the person that you want them to work towards. And so by identifying that person as the mic, that player is the mic in game, now I'm going to get blocks right here, right here, right here, and right here. So basically we're getting a wash, a 5v5 right across the front. Back's going to press, and if he can, he'll get vertical. And if he can take cutback, he'll take cutback. But that's how it's going to be blocked up based on me adjusting the mic. So let's go ahead and see. Boom, we get a seal block, we get kick out block, and that's the great beauty of that play right there. Let me go back a little bit right here. So you can see, again, we've got the mic way out there, so I'm going to adjust it with the left stick. Now I've got identified my mic. We're just all going to step the right direction. Everybody gets the blocks that they need. We get a seal block by our left guard and center. Kick out, press vertical, touchdown, easy. Easy touchdown. That's about as open as you're going to get sometimes on Heisman difficulty. But you can see right there how identifying the mic has made my blocking a lot better up front. So a different clip of gameplay. You can see now the score is 13-7 Oregon over Utah. And we're going to be coming out in this jumbo set, and the CPU has identified this backer as the mic. I am actually going to manually change that, and I am going to ID the mic right here. So the reason I'm doing this is because we are running Duo. Duo, for those of you that don't know, is basically the equivalent of power without pulling any blockers around. It's basically gap scheme with no pulling blockers. Many confuse it with inside zone, but it's really just Duo. And the way you kind of can really see it is if the angle that the back takes, which is more of a vertical press as they're taking it, because they're basically running the equivalent of power with their steps. So by identifying the mic the way that I am, that allows us to get some nice double teams right here. We're going to get our most double teams right here, up to here. We're going to go ahead, get block here, really kind of a double team off to here, and then we're going to get a double team right here. With Duo, you're trying to maximize the number of double teams that you get. So let's go ahead and run the play so you guys can see. Like I said, I'm changing the mic. So now the center goes away, but he still works to the same defender, and it's going to be a 9-yard gain right up the middle. So let me go ahead, go back so you guys can see in the gameplay. Changing it again. We're going to get vertical. We're going to go off the cut. Wash down. Boom. 9-yard gain. So you can see right there how it applies as well to a different type of run play. That's not inside zone. That is Duo. So let me go ahead and show you some others with regards to IDing the mic to help you out in terms of where you should be making the identifications as well to help your run game. All right, so next clip, we're here in split backs as Oregon, and you can see that the game has initially marked this defender as the mic. I'm going to switch the mic to this defender because I have a running back who is the lead. We're running fullback inside. That's James. He's going to be the lead blocker, so I want to make sure that this backer right here is getting picked up. So that's why I'm going to identify him as the mic, because of our blocking scheme. We can climb up to him. So we'll get a nice solo block here by our left guard and left tackle. We're going to get a double team. Now, ideally, I would prefer that one of them climb up to the backer and then our our right tackle sift through and block right there. The game's not going to have that happen. Our right tackle is going to go block and they're going to stay on their double team. But regardless, you're about to see a really nice run play. As we run it, I'm going to change it. And then you're going to see how good this works. With the run play, we get press, vertical. I know I don't make the man miss, but it gives you an idea. I was busy talking to my chat, but it gives you an idea of the power of identifying the mic and how it can help your run play work out. So I'm going to show you two more plays. It's dealing with the gap scheme of like power, which is base out of the gun, or, you might get power O and then counter. So for our last two clips, I'm going to show you about identifying the mic when you're running gap scheme runs like power. It's base, called base when you're in the gun, or counter. And you can see right here, we're back to my OC Dynasty as Jacksonville State. And we're going to be running counter right here. The computer has marked this defender as the mic. I don't want that defender to be the mic. I want this defender to be the mic, so I'm going to switch to that defender to be the mic. And doing that, The reason I want to do that is because we're running counter to the left. I want everybody else who's not pulling, I want them to block to the right. So we'll get a double team right here, and then to the backside backer. Tackle's going to kick out, and then our guard's going to kick, and our tight end is going to lead up on the original Mike call. So by changing the Mike call, that now allows for our tight end to be the one to pick up this backer right here to seal him off for our running back to hit through. So I'm going to go ahead and run the play, pull it up. You can see me quickly adjusting the mic, and then we're going to go ahead and run the play, and you'll see that it works out perfectly. In fact, that backer steps up so much that he's able to be blocked and get caught up in the wash, and it's a nice big play, as you can see. Now, Lewis does get injured on this play, gets some bruised ribs, but you can see that he's 23 of 106 yards on the ground. The other back has a great carry as well. So let's go back again so you can see that's why I'm identifying the mic to the backside, because I want the blocking scheme to work to the backside, and that's what we're going to get. And then you're going to see it really work out nicely in the next clip, which is a touchdown play. So here's the last clip that I'm going to go ahead and use to show you about identifying the mic and why you should ID the mic to help yourself with your run game. You can see that we're basically on the 5-yard line here as Jacksonville State. We're going to run counter. Just so you guys understand, gap scheme runs are really great in the red zone because you're always going to have a lot of defenders that are walked up. Sometimes there's going to be a lot of them walked up. It's going to make it very difficult for zone blocking. But with gap scheme, you can just all step down, block, basically wash everything down, create almost basically like a wall, because everything's going to be basically washed down. Basically, you're like a hinging as a wall. You can have blocks right here, and we're going to pull around, kick out, lead up. And so because everything's getting washed down with a kick out, it creates a nice lane for the running back, helps clean up any mess any backers trying to shoot through. They'll get caught up in the wash of the blocks as well, so it makes it very difficult for them. So the game has identified this defender as the mic, however. I don't want this defender as the mic. I want this defender as the mic. So I'm going to go ahead and change it. Remember, we're wanting to have the AI, we're wanting to have our blockers all work to their right. So we've got to seal down so that when we're having our pull, he can kick out and then lead up, and then the back can carry out his run and have a nice clean lane to run into. So let's go ahead, identify that mic, and we'll run the play again, and you're going to see that it is a nice clean lane. And if we were further out, that's probably a big, long touchdown run. Let me go back to the beginning again. Again, we're going to get that nice block. The end right here actually jumps outside. This end right here is going to jump outside, but our left tackle, because they've been assigned to block them, again, because we've identified the mic, they know their blocking assignment, he's actually going to take and just kick that end out. We're still going to get the nice convoy with the kick out by our right guard, tight end lead up, and we're going to get a nice touchdown. And as you can see, identifying the mic will change how the blocking goes, and it can help out dramatically. So that's how you have better offensive line play in College Football 25. I know I didn't show any pass protection clips, but that's because I really haven't had many issues at all in the game with regards to pass protection. It was mostly the run game. The first night on Monday, when I started playing this game in early access, I was Oregon at home against Clemson at Heisman difficulty. We only had 35 yards rushing with 19 carries. And so it was really just the run game that was really affecting me, and it's probably what's affecting a lot of you as well with regards to the run game. Maybe not, but hopefully showing you how to ID the mic will help your gameplay get better, whether it's with the run game, pass game, or both. So again, just as a reminder, hold down LB or L1 on your controller, press A or X, that will help ID the mic. Then you're going to use the left stick to move around to who you want to ID as the mic, and then you're going to press A or X to make sure that that is very much solidified. That's what you've chosen. Then let go and run the play. And hopefully everything works out for you with regards to it as it has for me. As I mentioned, Tyler, he's the one who gave me this hint. And since then, I've averaged about 4.5 yards per carry in the game when been running. It's not going to be a catch-all for everything. You will have bad plays, but you will have bigger runs. You will be able to at least run the ball on Heisman difficulty and have some good plays with regards to that, and also help yourself out with Pass Pro. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts down below with regards to it. If you enjoy this type of content, please make sure to subscribe. I will be doing a lot of breakdown videos come fall. Again, I do IRL breakdowns. And then I will probably also be taking some other clips from College Football 25 and going over things that I have basically taught while on stream, what I'm reading, things like that, based on my years as a football coach at the high school and collegiate level. So hopefully you learned something tonight. We'll see you next time. Have a great rest of the day. I do want to recognize the members of this channel at the booster level and above for their support. If you wish to have your name in a video just like this, make sure to check out the join link in the description below. Here on the end screen, you can see that there's another recommended video. Make sure to click that and watch it. Also, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future breakdown videos. I hope you have a great rest of the day.